Hey, it's the Valiant one again. Thanks for joining me for part 2 of my toy review on Masters of the Universe Classics. I've got my little notes here prepared and everything, so I'm going to try to keep this within 5 or 6 minutes, just like the other video. Basically, I want to give you what you can expect from a good news and bad news standpoint if you're interested in getting in this line, if you're already in this line and you know how this works, okay? So, since I've collected this line, I feel like I'm pretty knowledgeable about how this stuff works, but some of you are going to feel me on this, okay? The same things that make you absolutely love this particular line of action figures will also end up being the same thing that makes you dislike this line of action figures, and that is, I mean, it's geared towards adult collectors, okay? We're not kids, so we're not going to be able to go to Walmart or go to a different, a Target or whatever and buy these toys. We have to go through MattyCollector.com. We all have to do it together. There's money involved. The figures are expensive. No two ways about it. So they have collector on them. They're driven for collector. So there's nothing I can say about that. That's just the nature of the way that this market works. One of the things I do want to talk about also when it comes to availability, Matty Collectors came up with a unique way for collectors to get the figures from the Masters of the Universe line, and that is through something called a Club Eternia membership. What this means is you provide MattyCollector.com with your credit card or debit card information. They will in turn once a month hit your credit card for the amount of the figure, and this basically guarantees you that you're going to get that particular club figure for the month. Now, there's usually 12 figures that come out in this membership line, and with that membership you also get an exclusive figure that comes out along with in the 2010 you get Wondar, which is the Savage He-Man, and you get a Map of Eternia poster. So there is some benefit to having the Club Eternia membership. You're going to get a figure that not everybody can get. The downside to that is just because you have a Club Eternia membership, this is not going to guarantee that you're going to get all the figures in this line. That was one reason that I joined the website and joined up for the collector. One was for the exclusive figure, but two, so I didn't have to go to the website. If you haven't been to the website on the 15th of the month to buy these figures, then you've never lived. I mean, the site literally is bogged down with so much traffic, and if you don't have a fast computer and high internet speeds, the site does a good job of working its way through, but you're going to have a difficult time navigating in and out of your cart to get your action figures in front of everybody else. Not to mention the fact that Matty at this point allows collectors to buy up to 10 of the items at a time, which allows resellers to come in and buy multiple copies of the figures. So it makes it difficult if you're in the process of just wanting one figure. Also, when you add an action figure to your cart on the Matty Collector website, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get the figure. If you put the item in your cart and then you go back and get something else, I've read the reviews and seen some of the other YouTube videos and postings on other websites. If that item sells out before you purchase that item, sorry, you're out of luck. So there are some benefits to this. Again, you're still going to have to go to MattyCollector.com in order to get these. You're not going to be able to get the entire line through the membership, at least at this point. Maybe the 2011 membership will be a little bit different, but for now you're just going to have to be like everybody else. Now, this is another opinion of mine. Now, while Mattel seems to be on the forefront of promoting this line and getting fans and collectors engaged in and excited about this toy line, Mattel themselves doesn't really involve themselves in the not so fun aspects, which would be the purchase and the distribution of the action figures to the collectors. If you have a problem with your order, which happens just like anything else, you're going to be directed to the customer service through the Matty Collector website. Now, the customer service is directed through a company called Digital River, and you're usually prompted with an order number and things like that. Now, I personally have read a lot of mixed opinions and comments and problems that people have had dealing with Digital River and some of the customer service that it gives its customers through this outlet on the MattyCollector.com forums. Again, through the Facebook groups and the YouTube videos alone that I've seen on the reviews. When you combine the emotional attachment of collecting a beloved toy line like He-Man with fans who literally spend hundreds of dollars on toys, and they only have one outlet along with limited resources and recourse. When you have a problem arise, whether it's a shipping problem, a billing information problem, whatever, you have a explosive combination for a roller coaster ride to collect these action figures. I mean, and that's whether, I mean, whether you love He-Man and Masters of the Universe bones to balls, or you know, you're still going to get sick to your stomach sometimes. At some point, some people I've seen that are they just throw up their arms and they're like, I'm done. I don't want to collect this line anymore. So you have to have a whole lot of personal gumption and personal strength in order to see this through, and patience and perseverance in order to complete this line of toys. If you got into the line late like I did and you want to go back and get some of the older figures, really, unless Mattel does like they're doing now in some of the cases and reissuing those figures, you're going to have to go to the secondary market, which would involve you going to a different website such as an eBay, you know, a third-party site that actually has other sellers that will allow you to catch back up on the line. I can say that I do enjoy collecting this line. It's the behind-the-scenes stuff that I haven't enjoyed. It's the phone calls to the customer service. I have called Mattel occasionally. You know, I have called with a problem. Mattel just sends me right back over to Digital River. And honestly, I have had some problems dealing with some stuff through Digital River. Nothing that has never been resolved, but you know, from a personal standpoint, I have had some difficulty on some orders and things like that. Stuff I'm sure that Mattel is fully aware of and they'll deal with in the future. But regardless, I am pleased with this toy line. Again, it's going to be, from a financial aspect, it's going to be expensive. It's going to be emotionally draining sometimes if you have any problems, but I can say it is a fulfilling line, and it's a great toy to collect. My 9-year-old son loves to look at these toys. I have them displayed in my apartment. He loves to look at them. It's got him interested in the old 80s cartoon again, and that's good. It's a whole new generation, right? So yeah, if you, I highly recommend that this toy line, if you enjoy collecting and you love the thrill of the hunt and you love to get into the mix and fight out getting a toy like on a Black Friday or whatever, man, this Masters of the Universe Classics is for you. So that pretty much is it for my review of the Masters of the Universe Classics line. Again, I'm the Valiant one. If you would like to learn more about the Masters of the Universe Classic toy line, I encourage you to go to mattycollector.com. Check out the items. Most of the stuff is sold out. In fact, I think all of the Masters of the Universe stuff is sold out right now. But you can still look at them and things like that. If you're interested in getting some biographical information, including other Masters of the Universe toys, if you're interested in cataloging your toys, I encourage you to check out the comic book website and toy website, www.comiccollectorlive.com. Again, I'm the Valiant one. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you will tune in to another one of my toy reviews very soon. Thanks again.